Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight we are at Southern Broadcast Racing Network bringing you HTL iRacing League, their inaugural kickoff race here at Daytona for the Daytona 200. I have got with me up here my fellow commentator and good friend, Mr. Richard. Richard, how are you feeling tonight about this race? Well, I'm going to tell you what. I talked to a couple of people today, and I found a little bit of background about this HTL League. They're about 4 or 5 years old out of the PlayStation console. They have made the move over to iRacing. So this is going to be their no Richard. This is going to be their first run on iRacing. So we've already got people out there in the chat rooting. We've got a Let's Go Blake. Blake's got a negative 1,300 odds, so let's put some money on Blake if we could set up a sports bet for it. We'll leave that to everybody else to figure it out. Snodgrass. Snodgrass. If not, they will correct us. Going with Scott. Early pick. Well, I'm gonna. I want to very little different. There's one out there in the field that I actually race with in another league, so I am gonna have to lean towards a Dustin Hall. And we are gonna have to mute the game chat. That is on me. Forgot to do that. It happens. There we go. Just remind me to turn it back on next time. Cannot hear the other commentator. Let's see if I can turn you up. Thank you for that, Big Red. Alright, go ahead now, Ford. Let's see if I can hear you now. What about that, Big Red? Is he hearable now? Still none. Still nothing. We will get all of the kinks worked out on this. I know it. I'm going to have to talk for two. Let's see if we. I do not understand what we have got going on here. You are not muted. You are not muted, because I'm hearing you. I do not know why the rest is not picking up. Yep, it's up. I'm hearing game chat through yours, so you should be able to be heard. Nope, the desktop is up. Well, our first hiccup of the night. Ah, we are trying to get that technical fixed on his end, everybody. So if y'all hear him, let me know so we'll know we got it fixed. They're saying no sound now. Oh, this is great. There we go. Here we go. Here we go. See what we do now.
Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Check 1 2.
Crowd, can we hear Ford?
Y'all got me out there?
It's good.
Y'all got me out there? Sweet. Good deal. Good deal.
Technical issues. It's got to happen with everybody. Might as well happen within the first few minutes before we go hot and racing.
I just muted everybody in the race so that nobody could hear them. Still new.
Try and sit down. They just
50 is 50. Indeed, it is.
All right. Looks like we have everybody gritting up.
I tell you right now, I think this is going to be pretty interesting. We've got Scott Snodgrass sitting there on the pole. We've got a Steve Tucker in P2, Dustin Hall in P3, Matt Smith, Nathan Epstep, Marcus Chafin. If I say anybody's name wrong, correct us. We will fix it. Starting in 7th, Brandon Perry. 8th, Hunter Whitlock. 9th, Greg Wood Jr. 10th, Nicholas Francis. 11th, we've got Josh Van Weston. 12th, Blake Henderson. 13th a Gary Donaldson, and rounding out 14th is a Bryce Bower. And they are starting up on that formation lap. So we're going to hop to it.
Absolutely. You know, it's going to be interesting to see how fast they get this high line going.
That it is. It's a bunch of they run a few races together in practices, but as far as with the running as a group, I don't think they've done it yet. So we got to ride with Snodgrass for a minute as they are coming down through the backstretch, fixing to drop the hammer.
A lot of nice looking paint schemes out there. I think my favorite paint scheme is going to be the Subway number 9, driven by Hunter Whitlock.
Well, maybe we'll eat fresh tonight afterwards.
All right, looks like that pace car is about to dive off, and there it goes.
You heard it. They are green.
And we... Oh, that outside line is a little bit slow to get organized. And Hunter drives on that to the inside.
It looks like Snodgrass is still holding that inside line with him. He's got Hall pushing him right there on the back with Epstep running in P3, Whitlock in P4. It's going to round out Perry in P5. And it is looking like Nathan is getting hung out to dry. He is going to try to sneak it in, put himself back in the P4 position and catch that draft. But you are right, Ford. That high line has that inside line is gone.
Daytona, Talladega, you find out who your friends really are. I found that out the hard way.
That it is. Because everybody's friends to that last one.
Yeah. Oh, that 24 had a nice little run getting up to the back of Brandon Perry. Gave him a little push to get him back up to the top 4. Yeah, going into turn 3.
Yeah, them top 3, there is, well, actually the top 6, there is less than a half a second distance between them. That 25, let's drop back to the 25 and see how he is doing. He is bringing up about mid of that second group.
I'm kind of worried about Nicholas France. I believe he may have lost the draft just a little bit. He is hanging back unless he's on some strategy. I know they're running 65% fuel, so he could be back there saving fuel, but I don't know how much he's saving by himself.
He also may be waiting out for the big one.
This is true, as they are running pretty much in a straight line. You got 2 on that high side, the 24 and the 67, trying to make something happen, but everybody's just riding that low line. I think they're going to go towards the back.
And France, the 17 car, he is dropping off that pace. He is back to nearly 3 seconds behind the rest of the pack. Some of the drivers.
Well, let's hope he catches a break.
Yeah, he wants a caution right now, I'm pretty sure. but Snodgrass is still holding off. You see right there off the back of Snodgrass, Hall is not giving any room up on him whatsoever. They have got a nice line forming right there.
Looks like that 22 has got to run. I wonder if he's gonna dive to that outside and try to make something happen. Nope, he backs it off. It looks like these guys are saving fuel. I think they're gonna go for fuel mileage.
Well, France, he's not hanging much fuel as he is completely almost out of the picture. But it's Daytona and we still got 74 laps to go, so a lot can happen.
Absolutely. Oh! Somebody dived down into the apron. Let's see if we can catch who that is. It looks like it's going to be Steve Tucker, I believe.
It was either Tucker or Wood, and Tucker has dropped off drastically also, so I'm going to say it went with Tucker. But he could have been waiting back to get looked up with the 72, and they can work as a team and catch up with the 8 car of Chafin. I tell you what though, Richard, there is a lot of Blake fans out here, so he might be, for him to have a negative 1,300
I think
on the
we got
odds,
a fan favorite.
yeah. We'll ride with Henderson a few laps. He is trying to eat him some of that Reese's right there.
13 gives the 11 of Brandon Perry a pretty good shove on that backstretch going into 3. I think he's ready to go. A little bit wiggly coming into the tri-oval, able to gather it up. Oh, he's getting a little bit squirrely again.
The chat don't want to see nothing but 25. So apparently we know who
How is
the
Mr.
fan
Henderson
favorite is
doing?
now. I think that might be a payoff.
Oh, 13 looks like he's getting hung out to dry on that outside. Oh, and Henderson
That was
gives a
great
big shove to the 1.
He just got the peanut butter of all that Reese's. Well, we're riding with Henderson. We're going to rotate through the field. And a special
Yeah,
shout
let's
out
check out
too,
some of
we've
these
got
nice little-
DEP Wraps out there, the primary sponsor of the HTL League. Thank you, Dep Wraps, for showing up.
Absolutely. Always love to see sponsors come aboard for these leagues, helping them out. You know, I have to. Oh, looks like the Ford was going to try to make a move on the inside, and the door was closed immediately.
No leaders, just Blake. Fortunately, Blake told us not to accept y'all's bribes. So we will have to rotate through the field. I'll tell you right now, they are pretty much running where they started. The only one who has lost ground is Tucker, who is back to the 13th position. And Blake is looking to make some moves, as he just got hung out to dry by Chafin. 11 laps and we are still hot and green with no of the C word anywhere in sight.
Oh, he's coming up on the 22. 22 of Gary Donaldson, driving the Halloween Michael Myers car.
They just sit out and chat. Dustin's running for his nephew, who is actually undergoing surgery right now. So let's give a move in on his car for a little bit. Well, if he tucks it out from behind, some of these wraps that y'all are seeing tonight is from DEP. So if you have not got you a good wrap, check them out. They've got quite a few good ones, the ones I've seen.
And I've been riding around with the only Toyota in the field, the Subway number 9 of Hunter Whitlock, and man, I'm about ready to eat fresh. Making me hungry.
Hunter is right there on the back of Dustin.
The 13 is getting some pretty good runs on that outside, but nobody wants to go with it.
Yeah, that's what's bad about these super speedways. I mean, you may have a fast car, but if you ain't got at least 3 or 4 with you, you're useless. Subway is looking to make a move on the inside, but he's tucked back behind it. He does not want to be the one to put a spin on Dustin.
Oh, the 22 and 13 are on trying to make it happen on the outside. 22 ducks in, leaves the 13 out to dry again. I feel so bad for him. Josh, if I was out there, man, I'd help and I'd drive with you.
Yeah, you're supposed to be friends with everybody until that last lap.
Absolutely.
But this is more of a patient race. You've got to have patience to stay in it. And you can't get too aggressive. You get aggressive, you'll make a mistake. You make a mistake, it's very costly. And we have got another one. Acro Fidget saying Blake's the star. We'll say that's a star. It's a purple star. So that must be higher than a gold star.
Or Barney star.
They are shouting for the 25. What do you think? You think we're to take a hop in with the 25 for a minute? Okay, chat.
Let's ride around with the 25.
All right, chat. They're on us about it. I think that's a payoff there. We'll give them one.
I do love the paint color of that number 25.
Purple is better than gold. So right now we are riding with the 25 that everybody wants. Mr. Blake Henderson from Atlanta, Georgia. So this must be the ATL
Atlanta,
crowd.
Georgia. Definitely has a lot of people rooting for him.
He does. He's got the pressure on him tonight.
Glad to see people in chat rooting for their favorite driver.
Also, everybody, real quick, since we ain't had none of the C words yet, you look down a little bit below the Twitch, you're going to see we've got some sponsors down there. We have got Burning Rubber Radio, which is a good podcast. The gaming chairs for gaming. And also we have got Track Cams 22 that has been very generous to give us some of these special cameras that we are using tonight. Scheme on the 25.
13 trying to make a move on the 25 on the outside. Oh, he bobbles on the apron a little bit as he tucks back in behind the 25.
Yeah, he's going to lose him a little bit of speed right there off that one.
Oh, the 55 trying to make a move. He's trying to make something happen, or he might go to the back. Let's see if anybody dives out and tries to help him.
There is nobody helping anybody. Everybody gets scared and they want to tuck it back in.
Oh, he dives in front of the 13, and 13 has to make it an evasive maneuver.
See, he is repping. They are saying Blake is repping the ATL Gladiators. Let's see if we can get an actual good shot of that scheme.
Sounds like we are going to have a competition caution at lap 21.
Let's do this right here.
I don't know.
Trying to get right in on. Still trying to get some of these cameras down. There we go. That will give you a good shot at the hood of the ATL Gladiators. Now, is that a... Oh, Blake went to make a move and got hung to dry. Nobody went with him, but he is tucked in behind Gary Donaldson right now.
Now, depending on what this lap car does, they may be able to use that to their advantage and use the lap car for some draft and maybe work their way up to the front. All the 4 is trying to make a move on the outside also. Oh, we got a battle for the lead.
Oh, they're into it.
And the 4 gets spun. Oh, and the caution comes out.
You said, what did you say? A competition caution? Well, it ain't going to be a competition caution.
There it is. First caution of the day.
We're going to see it right here. It looks like he got down a little bit too early. No major damage, it looks like, except for his back quarter panel.
Yeah, he just wasn't clear. Was not clear.
That replay was also brought from Depp Raps. Depp, if you're still out there and if I'm saying it wrong, correct me, feel free. So we're going to mosey our way back up here with Scott as the field is going to take him a couple laps around.
So who's going to take tires and who's going to take fuel only?
That 65% fuel. It looks like we've got them all pitting.
They're asking for a caution interview with Blake. So let's see if I can drag him on into the booth and let's talk to him for a minute. If I know how to do this.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to let us move them. We ain't got that privilege in Discord yet.
Oh, so we cannot move people.
Yeah, Yeah, we do not have the option to yank them up here in the broadcast booth. That is something y'all have to take that up with Blake.
Sorry, folks. We're trying. Well, it looks like Scott is still going to retain that lead with Matt Smith in second and that number 19. Hunter has moved up into the third spot. I'm sorry, the 55 of Nathan Estep.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they'll tell us.
Third spot, Hunter Whitlock. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they'll correct us on any names. Dustin looks like he is coming out. He didn't have too much damage. Just a little bit on the back. That's the good thing, because that back, it will affect it a little bit on the tail drag, but not as much as sticking that nose down behind somebody's bumper. So hopefully he will not affect him too much. Well, Blake's odds have went to a negative. It's a lot of nines. We're just going to say it's about 9 billion. Yeah, there's probably a little bit of crosswords there. And that might be looking out to be the rivalry of the year that we have been looking for. So they are starting to get pitted out. You know, DEP Graphics Wraps just made the comment, don't run out of gas. Last night, league race, I ran out of gas coming into pit. And luckily, a teammate bumped me enough into my pit stall where I didn't have to be towed. So, that was very fortunate.
All right, we're about to take the green again.
They are
green flag.
Out.
Highline did not get a good restart, but they got a couple cars up there. Let's see if they can use that side draft to work their way up. Oh, the 19 dives into the inside and leaves the other three out to dry. It looks like Blake is on that high side. He might be going back to the back.
Yeah, he is. He is dropping. Right now, that interval, they are pretty
13
close.
trying to dive.
Yeah, like you say.
13 was trying to get on that inside, but they shut the door on him just a little bit, or he was too scared to jump in. So he's gonna fall all the way back to last.
And nobody is going with Blake. He's finally got one that's went with him.
22 and 13 are hooked up. Let's see if they can make any moves to go to the front.
Now he has got Hall in front of him, and look who has came back into the picture. That's moved up to the 8th spot is France.
Yeah, I felt bad for him. I'm hoping that he can stay in the pack, stay in that draft, not get hung out to dry.
Well, I'm going to tell you what, Richard.
Gotta love that 25 Mustang, baby. Let's go.
Right, our lone Toyota, he is seemed to have dropped back a little bit.
Yes,
Henderson-
I've noticed that. It is showing him a lap down, isn't it?
It is actually showing him out.
Out. Yeah.
Yep, he is. Looks like he is done for. He is not showing up anywhere.
I really hate to see that. He was running really good. Blake is the Tom Brady of iRacing.
Ooh, that's some big shoes to fill.
Blake Brady. Yeah. Double B's. Blake Brady.
Speaking of Brady, 600th touchdown pass. Pretty impressive from last night.
That man has come a long way. I can't even count how many Super Bowl rings he has.
I believe it's 7, but if we're wrong, I'm pretty sure they'll correct us out there.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to give credit where credit is due. It's about like Nick Saban. I ain't an Alabama fan, but Saban is an awesome coach. I bet those Georgia fans like him.
Ford under the yellow line. No, why are you gonna talk about Georgia? It sucks being a Florida fan. Actually, it doesn't, because how many Georgia fans we got out there in the chats right now? Probably everyone. So Tom Brady has 6 with the New England Patriots and 1 with Tampa Bay. So yes, 7. Go Dogs, go Braves.
Speaking of the Braves, they snuck back.
Are we going
into
to?
the,
We're going.
Yeah, they snuck back into that World Series somehow.
Yeah, and we're gonna see what them Dogs are gonna do next week. They play against Florida. Probably gonna whoop us, but whoop it.
You want to talk about making a move? Dustin Hall is getting a run, and he almost looked like he was going to take Henderson with him. I don't know if I can stand some of these Braves fans. I'm a Cubs fan, so I'm just fixed to pick up a lot of hate.
We just went from watchers to none.
Right. And Blake and Dustin are making a run on the high side right now. They are trying to ease it on up to the front.
Oh, they got some help with the 13.
And Blake leaves them, hangs them
Oh,
out
I'm
to
sorry.
dry.
13-1 looks like they have lost the draft.
We have got Hunter, who is back out on the track. He had a massive repair, it looks like. You know, you talked about only one Toyota out in the field. We've only got 2 Fords out there. 25 of Henderson and the 22 of Donaldson. Blake is making the move, trying to push the 17 car of Nicholas up to the pack of 5 that's in front. I know what we can do. We can start charging bits to stay on Blake. So we'll move to Gary for a minute.
I think they sat back to get a run, and here he goes. 17's on the outside. Can he do anything with it? He's by himself. Blake did not go with him. Blake held him out to dry, and
Again.
Blake's going to take that position away from him. But he gets back in front of the 8 car. Let's see if they do it. Let's see if they do it again. He's got another pretty good run coming into 3 on that backstretch. 24 gives the 11 a pretty good shove.
Currently, they are producing. He doubles as a race driver and a filmmaker.
Filmmaker. Something I've always wanted to do, but I just ran out of talent when it comes to that.
I tell you right now, who hadn't run out of talent is Snodgrass, who has led every lap that I believe won. And that was the first one.
I was about to say. 24 is on the bumper of that 11, giving him a pretty good shove going in 3. I think they're waiting to see who's gonna make that move first. And to be honest with you, I mean, you see people jump out. I mean, I'd be afraid to jump out too, due to the fact that I've seen so many people go straight to the back.
Yeah, that can happen so quick. Alright, poggers. I ain't down with the lingo. Ford, if you have a clue what it is, enlighten me. Maybe a nickname.
It must be.
Right now we are going to be riding with a Max Smith who is out of Yankee area, Dover, Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania. I love that state, actually.
Too cold for me.
Definitely some beautiful. But it's got some beautiful scenery. Beautiful scenery. So I love driving through the mountains. Blake should be driving the 5 car. God knows.
Now he's up there with
Yankee
Brady.
area.
So Blake's got some pretty big shoes to fill. He's been called Tom Brady and Kyle Larson. And there you go. We've got a Georgia boy from Hawkinsville, Marcus Chapin, who right now he is running in P5. He just took a position.
Oh, they're making a move on that outside.
It looks like he is bringing Henderson with him. Henderson's moved up 7 spots up to the 5th from where he started.
They're utilizing that side draft, and it looks like the 24th, Steve Tucker, is gonna try to do something with him. If they can get nose to tail, they can actually outrun those 4 cars on the bottom. Use that side draft. Come on, boys, y'all got this. They got to run.
And you can see him right there. It's 4 versus 3. 4 on the low side, 3 on the high side. Looks like Blake is not bailing on anybody this time. And this is
Moved up to that P4 position. Gives it a little bump.
This is
Now
where
it's
the
getting
patience comes
exciting.
into. Oh yeah, and we are hitting the halfway mark. We've got another 25 fan that has dropped in.
Oh, yes, we have a lead change. The 8 of Marcus Chafin has taken the lead, but he dived in front of the 33 of Scott Snodgrass and hung the other two out to dry, but they're hanging tough on the outside. Two, looks like the 19 joined the outside line also.
And that Ford looks like it's only got so much right now. He may be facing a little bit damage from where he got into the back end of the Reese's car earlier.
Ooh. 19 got under Blake a little bit and moved him up just a hair.
And I think Blake may have a little bit of front end damage.
Let's go see if we can take a look. Oh, 24 making a move on the outside. It looks like he has a little bit of rear damage also.
And we have got
caution is out. Caution is out.
See if we can track it down on what happened. Surely it didn't put it under that. I don't know, maybe a competition caution, possibly.
Blake Cam.
Blake Cam. All right,
25.
Let's give a Blake Cam. Let's see how much of a Blake Cam we can get.
I sent a message in the Discord to see if they would unlock us so we can actually move people.
Yes, I know one. There's your Blake Cam. Y'all want a Blake Cam? There it is.
All right, how many takers are we gonna have on pit road? It looks like we're gonna have everybody coming down to get some of that Sunoco fuel. And let's see who's gonna take those right sides, or 4 or none. Eight makes it to his pit stall. Looks like he made it in pretty good. It looks like he's taking two. He's taking right sides and left. So we got a 4-tire change on our leader. And the 33 made it out before the 8. 8 actually came out third.
Boy, and lo and behold, look who has moved back into P1.
So some Lightning McQueen stuff right there. No tires.
They should be able to make it.
You see who stayed out, right? The 4-car of Dustin Hall.
He may have something up his sleeve we don't know of.
That was what I was thinking.
They wasn't that Blake interview. We can't get them up here. We can't drag anybody yet, so they'll get that fixed next week, and we'll get y'all a Blake interview. But hey, if he wins tonight, you're gonna get you a Blake interview anyway.
That 25 Mustang has quite a bit of right rear damage to it. It looks like he stayed in the pits quite a pretty long time trying to get some of that repaired. I don't think it's enough to affect him but we'll have to see. As he catches up to the rear of the field, he is in 13th place right now.
More Blake. More Blake. We'll have to start charging admission.
So as we go down through the field here, we got Dustin Hall in the number 1 spot in that number 4 Ford, 33 of Scott Snodgrass, 19 of Matt Smith. Steve Tucker in the 24 and sitting in the 4th position. I'm sorry, the 3rd position. 19 is actually in 4th. Gregory Wood Jr. sitting in the 5th. Brandon Perry, 6th. Gary Donaldson, 7th. Nathan Eastep, 8th. Josh Weston, Nicholas France, and Blake Henderson, Marcus, and Bryce Boyer. That wraps up everybody on the lead lap.
We are back green. It's going to be interesting right now. Seeing who can dive and get set up where.
7 dives on the inside. That outside is hanging strong. Even though they only have a few cars, they are hanging strong up there.
And Scott's moved back in front of Dustin on that inside line, and they left the 19 car of Matt Smith out to dry, so he had to tuck in behind. Blake can have my kids from Miss T. Wow. Now he's being compared to Kyle Busch. Richard, I'm not for sure. I don't know if he's a Brady, a Kyle Busch, a Larson, or...
I'm not actually sure. He's been called every name in the book so far.
And look who has moved back up to the P2 position after that terrifying wreck about 10, 15 laps ago. You've got Dustin Hall moved back up on. Now he's a Peyton Manning.
Jesus Christ.
DEP graphics, maybe not. I don't know, but they love Blake, so. They are looking at a nice formed train right now as they're coming out of 2 going down to the back stretch. Legal mods. DEP, I'm going to tell you, I hope it's a girl too. But hey. No judgment here. Everybody's a NASCAR fan. Or apparently everybody's a Blake fan.
Sorry about that. Gotta wait for a second. Blake for Heisman. I don't think they give the Heisman out for NASCAR. 57 trying to make a move on that outside, taking the 55 with him. Are they going to have any help? Utilize that side draft just a little bit. But are they going to stall? Here comes the 13 and the 1. Blake jumps behind the 55 to give him a little bit of help.
That high line is starting
13
to form.
looks like he jumped on the... That 13 says, "No, y'all ain't bailing on me. I'm jumping to the... Oh, the 17! The 55 and the 17. What a save. That was an awesome save.
Impressive. That was a good save by Nicholas right there.
Save a car like that.
The sad thing on that, he did lose out of the draft again, unfortunately.
Well, the way it's looking, they are getting a little bit racy, so I don't think he'll be out of that draft for very long. So
No,
keep your foot on that gas and keep on pushing. I mean, I really would be trying to talk to that lonely Toyota out there, you know, a couple laps down, saying, "Hey, can you wait up for me a little bit and see if that Toyota can help him out? At least keep him on the lead lap, because if they go green, he will end up a lap down." Bob giving the 67 a heck of a shove as they dive back onto the inside in front of the 22.
Those
Looks like they got a pretty good 5-car train going on.
No, that's right, DEP. That is a Blake. Blake, what we call it? Blake Nation. What is it?
The new Bill Nye the Science Guy? What do y'all come up with this stuff?
Blake Nation, you know, maybe pound sign. Oh, wait, no, it's not a pound sign. I just showed my age. Hashtag. It's hashtag now, I forgot. Hashtag. Hashtag Blake Nation.
Pound sign for us or tic-tac-toe.
Let's not
All
also
right, stop
forget.
showing my age.
Yeah, we both will. And let's not forget Dustin Hall. That's the real hashtag right there, Jimmy Strong. Yes, hopefully we will.
I'm
have
still
a for that. We will ride with Paul for a moment. Not there.
I'm riding with him, and I'm trying to figure out his strategy because he did not pit. So he got to be saving fuel right now. Because I don't believe he would have enough to make it to the end like the others did.
Well, let's just take a look and see how we're looking on the pit. If I can get this brought up, we are still trying to get some of this figured out. They are looking like they might be. It's going to be a close one. They look like they may be having to do a next pit stop here in about another 11 laps, if I'm reading it right. Yeah, they're looking at around 40, 41 maybe? We already passed 41. We'll get that figured out. Now, them two leaders, that 1, 2, 3, they are pretty much locked in and have been locked in the majority of the race.
.52 lap. Blake better make his move for an interview. Neither one of the leaders are willing to make a mistake right now. I agree with that.
Right now, these top 5 right here in this battle for first. Every one of them is pegged out at 205. So they are scooting. And there is no room for error right there, as they are all within about 3,000ths of a second. 300ths of a second.
You got that pack of cars that's running 5 deep right behind this big pack. The only chance they have right now, as long as they're nose to tail, is for these guys to start battling, and they'll be able to catch back up. But if it goes green and they stay like this, they might be in a bad position.
Yeah, you can see that battle right there of 6. They are running. You've got Marcus, who's hit a top speed tonight of 207. So that is pretty impressive right there.
They got a little bit of wiggling going on. Oh, looks like we got some smoke or something. What was that?
It looks like Josh Van Weston went into the pits. And he has went a lap down. Chafin right there we are riding with. He is in leading on that second pack. And they are all within 300ths of a second together. But there is about a 3-second gap. Brandon Perry is in between both of them.
And here comes Weston out of the pits. As he goes a lap down, he gets his 13 Chevrolet up to speed.
Bryce just took Donaldson. And we have got a spin going on back. Let's see if we can.
And that is a lifesaver for the 13. Because now he's going to be back on the lead lap. Oh.
All right, let's wind that back.
That Mike Myers car got his tires slashed.
And it looks like
I wish I had some Halloween.
It looks like the
music
22 got a little loose, hit the apron, and got pushed on up. Not a way to. And I think that's pretty much going to call it in for him as he went into the pits. And that was your DEP wraps replay.
Garage Logan, I hate to hear that, man. But I'm glad we can bring you this content so you can watch Blake and get that joy that you've been wanting.
Garage Logan, very a lot of thought into that statement. He spent the last bit of his pocket change, no money, so he was living in a cardboard box, giving his money for Blake's dream, saying he is a mixture of Junior, Petty, Bush, and Larson. I take Bush out of that, but we'll go with the other 3. That is greatness. 15 straight Cup Series champions. Some big shoes to fill.
Absolutely.
And this has only been, Richard, our 3rd caution tonight, and we are down to 22 laps to go. Uh-oh, we've got a Chafin fan coming in. D3 Racing, you may not want to say that. Blake Nation will take you over.
Chafin is running in the 8th spot right now as he's in the pits taking 4 tires and Sunoco fuel. Let's see where he comes out. Hopefully he'll retain that 8th position, and we'll keep an eye on him and see if he can make it up to the front.
Well, you've got Chafin. He has got Henderson right there behind him. Boy, them 3 right there have raced together for a long time, coming from the PlayStation league that they did run over there. So they have some history together, I'm sure. Oh, and a little bump right
Oh, we
there.
got some vomit. We got some vomit emojis in the chat over Blake Nation.
Oh, this may be interesting. A chafing nation? Is that what they said? And they are actually bumping on the track.
Somebody is not happy with somebody.
Oh, yeah. We wanted some.
And look who is back in the lead. Oh, Dustin Hall. So his little strategy played out quite nice.
Man, this chat is killing me now. You've got Dustin almost missed the race, other than what was really going on, because he was saving orphans and rescuing a cat from a tree. I don't know.
All right, DEP Raps, you got some work to do. You got make a Blake Nation and a Chafin Nation cars. Please these fans.
And Blake once drove his car across Lake Lanier in Georgia. Well, right now we're going to see who can drive that car up to the front.
I absolutely know where that is. You know, some of these guys actually do not live far from me, because I'm down here near Columbus, Georgia. So I might have to, take a little drive one weekend and actually go meet some of these guys.
Uh-oh, we're getting the Chafin Nation now.
Yep.
Uh-oh, they're going to start chanting.
Facts.
Can't go no further with that. Blake Nation, Chafin Nation.
And
I think this is a payoff. And Jam Master comes in and said that Epstein and Wood of Deep Racing's going to get it. So Deep Racing Nation. That pace car is dropping off.
we are about to go green. Oh, 19 better get up there, or he's going to get left behind, leaving that wide of a gap.
Yep, and they are neck and neck, door to door, and bumper to bumper,
Here we
side
go.
by side. Highline is making the move. And they are putting it 3 wide. Right here is where it is risky. 8 is loose into it, and they're the 62, the 55, and half the backfield from about P7 and back got caught up in that one.
Dang, that was crazy. I hope they have
And the
some fast repairs
62
left.
went for a wild ride. Let's jump
I
with the
think the
62.
13 came out without a scratch. Let's see if I can jump with him and
This is from the point of view of the 62.
oh,
And the Chafin, the 8-car Chafin Nation just collapsed. And they are putting it on Chafin. That car does not sound good.
I am taking a ride with this 13 here. I think he actually came out without a scratch. Oh yeah, he was able to slow that car down. 22 was able to get out with minimal damage. He got a little bit of front end damage from hitting the 25 as he was coming down the track. But 13, good reflexes. Glad you made it through there. I love to see anybody that supports their military
we've got let's go number 25. Embarrassment. Chat is
Blake
all
may
into it.
get pissed.
And you can see them right there as they starting to go in 3 wide. And we are still on the replay as they are still under caution. Yeah,
Now it's called Blation. Does not support Chafin. Oh.
It looks like the one, I'm going to say, it looks like the one car had a run and gave a little push to him.
Now my question is, do we know how many fast repairs they had at the start of the
do not
race?
know. I am
If they
not
had
for
a fast
sure.
repair, some of these guys that they might come out and be able to run with the pack. If not, man, that's going to be a sad ending. But we all know this is Daytona, and we all watch the Daytona for the crashes and the good racing.
It's felt like a hockey game. Everybody watches hockey, not because people, well, I don't know, too many people may like hockey, but you watch hockey to see the fights.
Yeah, exactly. But I see Blake's car right there, and I believe he had a fast repair because the nose is back on it. So I think he is going to be good to go. Yes, he's got a brand new car. He is good to go. Still in the lead lap. Let's see what he can do with that brand new hot rod.
I'm going to tell you what, they swapped those out real quick out of the holler.
You ain't lying there.
Sir Dabster, you know what? That's how you're supposed to handle it right there. Settle it in pit road. Drop the helmets, throw up the fists, and duke it out.
I have returned to such an interesting turn of events. You have no idea. Probably going to get a lot more interesting.
Yeah, Heidler, you missed it for a while. Chafin Nation, Blake Nation, Hall Nation. And I just want to give another shout out to a great nation, DEP. Their wraps. Some of these cars here you're seeing is a product of his mastermind, I guess what you would say. And I'm pretty sure next
Definitely
week.
a lot of competition out here.
Oh yeah, a lot of hardcore racing here. But I'm pretty sure next week I'm gonna get in touch with you, DEP, and we'll get you an ad or something set up for a nice side by side that we've got that we ain't revealing just yet because it's not complete.
And the pace car is off, and they are off.
With 16 to go, there will be no more pit stops. Chafin is chafing. Chat is killing it tonight.
How about that 4 car hanging on the outside pretty much by himself, still trying to take that lead away by himself, using that side draft. He's kind of falling back now, but he's doing a pretty darn good job for almost a whole lap. And now he has help coming. Let's see if he can work his way back up to the front.
You know, I really enjoy some of these cameras that we got from Track 22. Sponsor is saying check out Winston, so we will head to Winston. Winston is running and the Punisher. I would turn the mouse aim on, but I'm afraid it would go crazy like it did in practice. who is in front of him. Dustin Hall is in front of him. We will do this right here. We'll drop it to our rear. Yep, we're getting there. There we go.
I must not be able to see his paint scheme because it shows him running the Marines car.
I'm not sure. It may be something on my end. Let's see if we can clear everybody's for a second. Everybody's going to be quiet for a minute. We have to rotate to the field and get everybody back.
I could be on my end. You know, I got that McDonald's internet.
Alright, we will take a spin around and see. Let's rotate through these different cameras here. Yeah, he is running the Punisher car, and it looks like that's what was throwing us off. The number is different than the iRacing number. So we was looking for a 13, and his car was 21.
Well, that would explain that.
And he is making some moves.
Whoa, we're
himself.
sorry about that, Wesley. Ooh, got somebody running really high up close to that wall.
And it looks like Chafin's making a move on the high side. DEP, is he running the Punisher wrap, or is we seeing a different one? You may have to forward on that overlay reload down at the bottom. Textures. Well, I'm gonna tell you what, they are going hard on Chafin now, saying that he is a Logano fan now. Vols fan has dropped in.
And Vols fan.
I know that guy from somewhere. I think he's gonna be famous here soon.
He's one of them Tennessee fans.
So we have got Henderson is Jesus and Chafin is Satan. It's a heaven and hell on here on Daytona.
I would have to say that's a little harsh. These people are brutal.
And Tucker has pulled it all the way up to the P2 position. Uh-oh. Let's go on 25.
Yeah, it's saying DP's saying he is running the Punisher scheme, so
And look who else has made a surprise up here, and that is the 17 car of Nicholas. After being falling off so bad, he has got back up there.
absolutely running. Yep.
And look behind him, the driver of Blake Nation. Oh, Garage, that was a
Running in
good
that
one.
6th position.
They talking about a little far. Garage Logano made a pretty good one. What real far is the distance between the 25 to the 8. And speaking of 8, that has how many laps we have got left to go. So if they're going to make moves, they better start planning something. that is bad on me, Garage Logan. Oh, I was talking about Logano earlier. I'm blaming that on chat.
I am such an idiot.
Y'all make sure everybody that's out there hit that follow button. Catch us next Monday and we'll do it all over again. We're going to do it every Monday for the next 17 weeks. We also, on a serious note, before we get some good racing here, last few laps, find us on Twitter, follow us. We've got an honor page. Major support our military first responders at SBRN.
Absolutely. Drop us a name. Drop us a name, branch of service, or, whatever kind of first responder they are. Drop us that name. We'll definitely put it on our list, and we'll play it before each race, before we go live, so we can honor those first responders and our military members.
Richard, we are down to 5 to go as they come across the start finish, and it has been a Snodgrass race. Nobody's really pulled for Snodgrass. We ain't seen the Grass Nation or nothing. Scott Nation.
I actually pulled for him, so.
You did. And they are getting it close.
17 got dove right in front of the 55 to get back in line. He did not want to be hung out to dry.
And the 17
going to ride around in this middle pack here.
17 just got, I guess, bamboozled by the 55. He thought he was going to go with them, and he ducked it back down. And you have got Chafin behind.
He dives it back in behind the 8.
You've got Chafin back behind the 25, and I wonder if this is going to be any retaliation here.
4 laps to go.
We're going to ride right here between these two, since there seems to be a little bit of a issue here. As they are dropping it down the backstretch, and they are pegging out their speeds. You see Henderson right now.
The 8 and the 17. I don't know. They got very few laps to go. Who's gonna do it?
You've got the 8.
Goes 8 again on the outside.
That 17 was not close enough to get that draft.
Just notice a plane taking off.
None whatsoever.
Oh, here comes that 25 and the 8 in tow. They're going to try to make that high line work.
And they are going to have to get more than just them if they want to catch that front 5.
I think these 3 Chevrolets up front are working. I don't know if they're teammates, but I think they are just riding comfortably.
And the 25 got a run and a bump into the 55. Cuts back down in front of the 17 so he does not lose the draft. And they're coming down the backstretch with 2 to go.
Big Theory Racing, y'all acting like it's over. Relax.
As they are starting to spread out. I don't know if somebody's laying back waiting for a run.
And it is coming to the final lap. Let's see who has it. Can Snodgrass hold them off for one final lap?
Snodgrass has held it off for 79.
And here they come. Final turn. 24 is giving the 19 a heck of a push. Here he comes on the outside.
Oh, and
They're wrecking.
That wrapped it up,
Nice.
but it looked like I believe the 19 did get the P2 on that one.
Great finish.
And the 19th was got into the 4th spot. So that was a close one there.
Absolutely.
So we're gonna bounce back. Which one was that?
Come on, buddy.
Yeah, 19.
Oh, and I got reports of somebody running out of gas.
They had that run.
It looks like the 13. It's out of gas trying to finish.
And that's how you finish up at Daytona right there, sideways. Well, if everybody hang tight, we're going to get Snodgrass, Tucker, and Hall. And since I guess we can go with a I reckon we can go with a Blake interview if we can get him up here.
And Snodgrass burning it down at Daytona.
Yeah, I completely got off on the wrong one.
And we are going to try to get Blake in here with the top 3.
Kind of let him go over and talk a little bit too, also about the league and everything this season.
Absolutely.
Now that's going to wrap it up. You're going to have Scott Snodgrass taking the win tonight in the inaugural HTL Daytona 200. Steve Tucker in the 24 wraps it up in P2. Dustin Hall, P3. Matt Smith, who had a close one, was almost there, but it didn't work in his favor, takes P4. Nathan Epstein rounds up in P5. Marcus Chafin in 6th. Brandon Perry in 7th. Hunter Whitlock in 8th. Greg Wood Jr. in 9th. Nicholas France in 10th. Josh Van Weston in 11th. Blake Henderson, Blake Nation, in 12th. Gary Donaldson in 13th. And Bryce Boyer rounds out your 14th. So let's see who we can get up in here right now. Let's see. We will start it out with Scott. Scott, you got a copy?
Yes, I do. How we doing?
Well, we're doing pretty good. Not as good as
Well,
you
that's
are,
good to hear.
considering you
Oh,
just
yeah.
took it
Doing
for,
pretty good.
what, 78 laps leading?
Yeah, something like that. I know the last two for the stage 1 and 2, it was got those stole from me, but it is what it is.
So what was your strategy tonight with all this to stay out in front?
Up front and keep it glued to the yellow line, really. Just yeah, there's this draft package. You really can't get much passing on this one, so you gotta stay on that draft. You gotta stay up in the front, definitely.
Yeah, it was definitely an exciting race. We were wondering if they had anything for you. I know the four got up there for a little while, and then you beat him out of pits, and then I think that was the last time we saw him in front. You just kind of dominated it from there. Uh, did you have any? Was Smith or Tucker? I don't know who the teammates are, or if you even have teammates. Who are you counting on to help you tonight?
Oh, Tucker definitely. He was my teammate. I knew he was sitting back in third. We were trying to figure out ways to get him up into second, but I was looking for Matthew to make a run, but with Tucker being in third, he was able to kind of keep him close to my bumper, so he really couldn't get a good run up on me. And yeah, just kind of teammates working together, really.
Well, did you have any?
Absolutely. We kind of felt bad for old Hunter. He was the only Toyota with no teammate.
Oh yeah, yeah. We kind of felt I tried to pull him on ours, but I guess he drives Toyota, and I guess that's a no-no for team-wise. So I don't know. Who knows? New league, so got to play by the rules.
It was an interesting set of rules tonight, but Scott, congratulations on taking the win for the Daytona 200 with HTL League. So
Appreciate it. Just want to thank all the admins and Blake for getting this all together, and thank y'all for broadcasting it and hosting it, and my teammate Steve for staying right there with me, man.
well,
Absolutely, our pleasure. I actually called this race right. I told him you were going to win.
Yeah, cool.
starting it off good there, Richard. Good pick.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
generally, whoever can stay out in the front, generally, unless something goes crazy, the way these draft packages is, it's so tough to pass unless some you get some crazy side draft or something. But it's hard to pass there with this draft package.
well, now we're going to wrap it up and speak with, not wrap it up, but we're going to drop down and speak with Mr. Matt Smith in the 19 who came in P2. Matt, you had a pretty up and down race this whole 200 miles, I reckon.
Yeah. It wasn't too bad. Just trying to feel out the field. New people, gotta learn their habits. Worked my way towards the front as the race went on, and managed to get second place, even sideways.
Yeah, we saw that finish. It definitely looked like a wild ride.
It was a wild ride for sure. First time I ever finished second, going sideways.
Well, that's a good first to have with the first race of this league, the first broadcast of this network. So we'll definitely have that put in the highlight reel for sure.
That'll be the one for the folks to watch.
That will.
Absolutely.
Matt, anybody out there you want to give you a shout out to, sponsors? Sorry, I completely forgot to ask you on that one, Scott, but I'm pretty sure we'll catch you next week.
Yeah, I'd like to give a shout out to Brandon at Ace of Apes for sponsoring this Fast Chevy for tonight's race. I'm glad I got a top 5 for him.
Well, wrapping it up in P3, it's going to be a Steve Tucker. And you wasn't talked about much, but you was kind of a dark horse that pulled a rabbit out of the hat and got you a P3. What was your strategy there, Tucker, in the closing laps?
Yes, sir. How we doing? Hey, honestly, it was to try and stick with my teammate Scott Snodgrass. Matt obviously is. I mean, him and I go way back as far as a different league. But and then Brandon behind us. I mean, so that those 4 cars, front to back were a dangerous duo for sure. But my goal there really, I mean, first stage I kind of took off, kind of just in the back of the pack. Didn't want to get involved in any of the issues, if there were any. Stage two, up at the front, kind of here and there. Tried to make some things work, but stage three, honestly, I mean, that caution came out, put everybody back on the same pit strategy for the most part. So that was kind of that worked out for them. But for me, I mean, it worked out. It worked out pretty well. I mean, at the end, I wasn't going to try and go with Matt. I wasn't sure what he was going to try and do, but I think my goal was to, either obviously make a run for the win myself if I could, but if I couldn't, then definitely push my teammate to the win. And Scott was definitely more than capable of handling himself up there tonight. But I was, close enough to maybe push Matt into him and not get him or not have him have a huge run. But yeah, fantastic run for this Manchester Music Mill Chevy. Really proud of these guys. Have them on board for the rest of the year, and just pumped. Really good first race. Daytona, obviously, as you know, can be a wild card, and to have Apex Racing team represent P1 and 3, it's pretty awesome. So yeah, great night.
Well, Steve,
Absolutely. Well, y'all have to do me a favor, and there is a lot of Blake Nation, and who else we get?
yeah, it's been a battle all
Chafin
night.
Nation.
Chafin
There's been a
Blake
battle in the
Nation.
chat, so y'all got to bring y'all got to bring some of these people in, and get y'all's nation going on, because we've been reading that all night, and it's definitely hilarious. To have all these people in chat just talking and having fun, having a good old time. But definitely get y'all some fans coming out and cheering y'all on. It was awesome watching them go back and forth.
I tried getting a Grass Nation started, but I think a few of them kind of took it the wrong way. So I don't know, but we'll see if that can stick.
Yeah, they brought the
Which one?
lawnmower out and cut that real quick.
You can call me Scott. It's Scotty Too Hottie.
Scotty Too Hottie Nation. There we go.
Scotty too hottie.
Well, all right, everybody's hooting and hollering out there for Blake. So, Blake, we're going to turn it over for you for a little bit. Let you tell a little bit about the league, what we've got going on this season with HTL, and let you have it for a few minutes and satisfy all these thirsty fans out here. You apparently are a Kyle Larson, Tom Brady, Dale Earnhardt, Kyle Petty, Kyle Larson. Who else was it? Jesus at one time. All rolled into one. You are a specimen of a driver,
yeah.
apparently.
Yeah, I tried my best out there. It was hard to get anyone really rolling on the high side. Glad I got a lot of my fans out there. Got to shout out Mom, Dad, Dakota Game, Kyle Bennett, Bree Hopkins, got Becca, and then you got the boys, White Sykes, Jake Feder bringing that Kyle Larson magic, Brett Thomas, Logan Holkel, Drew Bolke, Brett Thomas, Alex Driscoll, Nick Coley. It was a fun time. Glad to know a lot of people enjoyed watching it. We had a beautiful Atlanta Gladiator scheme. So thank you to Wyatt Sack for sponsoring us for tonight. Yeah, I think it was a good race. Once again, it was just hard to get anyone really rolling on the high side, so you kind of just had to hold that yellow line to the best of your ability. Yeah, I just thought it was a great race. Glad I could, provide some entertainment in the chat.
Well, I think we had somebody out there who said they want to have your baby. So I'm not for sure. I don't know.
It
You
was
know
a
what?
dude, but
Got to keep the blood going, I guess. Yeah, but it was a good time. Glad everyone had fun. Heard the broadcast was fantastic. Heard the chat was electric. So yeah, looking forward to next week at the Daytona Road Course.
And next week we're going to do
absolutely.
it.
I hope they all bring. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead, Ford. Finish it up.
I was about to say, I hope they bring that same energy, because, like I said, it definitely gave us some entertainment while watching the race and seeing what they were posting. So tell them to come on back, hit that subscribe button, get all the notifications when we're ready to go live.
And next week we're going to have the Andy Hendricks 200. That's going to be at November 1st at the road course here in Daytona. So hopefully all the haulers can make it. Nobody gets lost in Radiator Springs like we had one earlier that couldn't get here tonight. So honorable mention to him. But on my behalf of myself, Jeremy, my co-host, commentary beside me, Richard, thank you, Blake, for bringing us aboard.
Yeah.
We will see everybody next week.
Absolutely.
Stay safe.
5 times 5 equals 25, baby.